Good evening, Resilience family. Welcome to another episode of Resilience with Olivia, guys. I hope you all had a wonderful week, and I hope today is starting off an even better week for you guys. It's been a long one for me, and God is good. That's all I can say. God is good, and He keeps us, guys. So today, guys, we're gonna stir it up. We is bringing some positivity to you guys, to help you stay positive, hopefully, or to give you some tools to get back positive. I have the wonderful Dr. Deitra Payne with us, guys. It is such a delight and joy to have her here. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing, Dr. Deitra? How's it going?
I am doing well. How are you doing, Don?
I'm actually good. I'm a little bit tired, I must admit, because I'm gonna keep it real, but I am really good. Like when we get done with this episode, because if everybody know we're live to my listeners, this is live. You guys might be listening to this later, but later I'm gonna be laying down. That I am and relax.
Sounds like me. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of a breather, and then I'll probably get back up later and work on a few things.
Yeah, isn't that how? Yes, that's how it's for me too, right? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Lately, it's like I will snooze, I will get up, do some stuff, and then I go back. I don't know what that is lately, but that's been my agenda lately too. I don't know what that is. It's I don't even know. I don't even know. So tell us a little bit about you.
Sure. I recently started my business, which is Fabulous Coaching, Training, and Productions. I actually started it at the end of June of this year. And I think when we met for lunch, I talked a little bit about how I really got started. I've always wanted to start my business, but I continue to put it off and put it off. And unfortunately, my youngest sister passed away unexpectedly. Right. And it really hit home to me that tomorrow isn't promised. And of course, we all know that intellectually, but we all think we're going to be here tomorrow.
That
but
part.
Tomorrow is not promised, right? So when I started thinking about that, I said, wait a minute, I need to get my business started because I may never get it done. And so I decided, because I don't know how long I'm going to be here, even though, that may sound like something difficult for people to handle, but it is the truth. We don't know how long we're going to be here. So I decided to go ahead and start my business, and it's absolutely rewarding. It's a lot of hard work, but I absolutely love it. So I do coaching and training after teaching for 14 years at the college and university level. I'm kind of doing something similar since I'm doing training and coaching. So my tagline is empower, transform, achieve. And that's exactly what I do. I empower my clients to transform themselves to achieve the dreams that they desire. So I work with my clients to help them live their dreams.
Girl, look, we got the right one on the line today, y'all. Look, that is what's needed. And I believe such a time as this, and I always say that because I don't know what it is, but it's like God really aligns what's needed at that particular time, whatever time it may be, because we're about to transition into a new year. And, everybody, every new year say, we going to do this, we going to do that, blah, 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 But I believe it's really time to set that tone, to really tune into that, to really own that. As my pastor said today, to be real, it is really time for that. It's time to stop chasing our tails. That's what I believe. That is what I believe. Man, so before we talk about this positivity thing, since you mentioned, about your sister passing suddenly, I just have to tap into this just a little bit. Those feelings, those emotions that came up, and that's probably still happening for you right now. Could you just talk about a little bit of that and how you are handling that?
Well, I handle it through positivity, daily practices. I think I may have mentioned to you one of the
Mhm.
things that I am so passionate about is gratitude. And
Yes.
I've been keeping a gratitude journal for more than 20 years. It's
Wow.
something that yeah, it's something that I'm very passionate about. And one of the stories that I always like to tell is my lights, my power, and my house went out. And this was probably
Wow.
back in 2007, right? And it was during the day. So I forgot that they were out. So I walked into the guest bathroom and I hit the switch. And I was like, oh, the power's out. I forgot about that, right? And it dawned on me, I take that for granted. So, guess what I put in my gratitude journal? I am grateful to have power. Just because you're
Wow.
paying for it, right, doesn't mean that it's always going to be available to you. And it really hit home that, oh, okay, I'm taking this for granted. Some of the things that we forget about that we should be grateful for, we take for granted.
Hmm.
So I said, ever since then, my power has never gone out my house.
Wow. Wow.
That's the power of gratitude. I so believe in gratitude. It's like making sure that you you're thankful for everything that you have. It's like I would write down three things that I'm grateful for at the end of the day. But I just
Hmm.
started working on a gratitude journal. I just finished it, and it's more than a gratitude journal because it's going to allow you to actually really focus on gratitude. So it's not just writing down three things in the evening that you're grateful for. It's like your entire day is going to be focused on gratitude. And when you're
Wow.
yes, and when you're grateful, then you receive more because you're showing that
Amen.
appreciation for the things that you have and you don't take it for granted.
That is good. Well, keep me posted on that seriously because
No,
I have
absolutely.
yes, because I have one. It's a small, simple one. But it's just I don't know. It's just so rich to me. Gratitude journals out there on Amazon, that I use. Just give you a few prompts in there and just so you can write your thoughts out and get you thinking.
Yeah.
What you're
Yeah.
grateful for.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's gonna be amazing. I love that. I am a
Thank
journal
you.
girl. Look, I use that to get my thoughts out. I have to write everything down. I'm trying to get more better, more intentional, with my thinking
Yeah.
and my thoughts.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah, and it reminds you to be mindful as well. So when we're talking about gratitude, there is so much that comes with gratitude. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it allows you to gain clarity when you're writing down
it's
everything that
good.
you're grateful for. Yeah, it allows you to be mindful. So there
Yes.
are so many things, and the research indicates that when you're grateful, also it reduces stress.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. No,
Yeah,
it
but
really
it
does.
focuses your attention on the positive.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's amazing how it all just connects.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If we could just
Absolutely.
flip the mindset and just really see it, you
Mm-hmm.
know, um, I think we wouldn't have so many people ill. I just mean, this is my hypothesis, um, if you connect and all and really see it and just flip your mindset, knowing
Mm-hmm.
some things you just, can't deal with. If you know what I'm saying, it's like some things that you have to let it go, because
Mm-hmm.
they are what they are. Yet you should be more intentional. I'm guessing to like your reactions to something or what you're doing or how you're applying yourself, your words. And if we were to do that, I believe it will bring more positivity. It'll have less stress,
Mm-hmm.
which will bring more healing. I believe that we need.
No, no, yeah. No, your belief is accurate. It's supported by the research when we're talking about positivity, because I believe I read something that said, those who are positive, they're not going to be as stressed out. It's not going to have a lot of impact on your mental stability. So I think it's like when you're not positive, it does indeed
Yeah.
impact your health. Yeah, it does.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're going around negative all the time, that has to have you know, an impact on your health. It
Yes.
has to.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally, 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 totally. Wow. I'm just going to talk to Eusebio. This is my uncle, y'all. Hey, Unc. Talking about being positive, less stress. Anyone listening who's chiming in just now. This is Dr. Deitra Payne, and she's here to help us stay on track with being positive, to bring more
Uh-huh.
joy to our life, to be happy. Yes. That was good. That was good. So,
Yeah.
before we move forward, tell me your meaning, your definition of resilience.
My definition of resilience is the ability to bounce back. So
Mm,
we all have challenges in our life, but it's the way in which we handle those challenges. I mean, do we get up and bounce
mm-hmm,
back and
mm-hmm,
move forward? Or do we just allow it to break us down and we sit
mm,
in that position without getting up? So that's what resilience is
mm,
to me. It's the ability to bounce back and handle those challenges and figure out different ways in which to handle it. And of course, positivity and the mindset shift is one of the
that's good.
ways to do that. Because
That's
when you were
good.
asking me about my sister, of course, there
Mm-hmm,
had to be that mindset shift. And I mentioned
right.
gratitude because anytime you have someone in your life, because my sister passed away 8 months after my father passed away.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so I was grateful to have them in my life.
Yeah.
So that's where gratitude comes in. It's like they may
Wow.
not be here, but I was so grateful because I went during COVID to help take care of my elderly parents. And
Okay.
that was God putting me there
Yeah.
with my family because he knew that my father was not going to be here for very
Mm-hmm,
long.
mm-hmm.
So I spent time with them, helping them out. And so I'm so grateful for that. So grateful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's
Grateful I
good
had
that you
that
mentioned
time.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's how I feel, when I lost my son. I mean, it was devastation, don't get me wrong. But I was grateful for that time that God allowed, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and it kind of brought a little solace to me, kind of helped me deal with it, brought me a little peace.
Hmm.
That is so good. It's huge. It's huge. That gratitude piece is really, really huge. Um, man, I kind of hate that it took me this long to put all these pieces together, yet I'm here now. I tell God, man, like it was just right here. Like this formula was right here, for us to tap into.
Yeah.
We just had to tap into it. We had to kind of close off the noise, around us and really just really
Yeah. Yeah.
see.
You do have
Um,
to do that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
tune out all the noise. And one of the things that they recommend when we're talking about positivity is that take some time away from social media, for example,
Yeah.
and the news. I remember someone saying this was many years ago, probably back in 2006.
Hmm.
Someone said, I stopped watching the news. And of course, we have to continue to keep abreast of what's going on
Yeah.
around us,
Yeah.
but we don't have to watch it 24 hours a day.
Correct.
Because when we're looking at something that's negative, it affects
Hmm.
us mentally and physically. So
Yeah.
take some time away. And I talked to someone recently, I don't know who it was, and it
Hmm.
may have been you, but I'm not sure. But they said, I don't look at any social media on Sundays. And so
Wow.
that's a practice I'm going to start implementing. Like, I'm not
Wow.
going on social
Choose
media.
the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though I'm not
Wow.
looking at anything negative, but it's just taking some time away and
Yeah.
reflecting and
Yeah.
refocusing. Yeah,
Totally. I
yeah,
believe I believe we need that. I will say at least once a quarter. I think everybody should take a mini sabbatical, to recharge, to recoup. We need that seriously these time and days. And the mind is so fragile.
uh-huh.
The mind is the root of everything, that in your heart. So take care of it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. Take care of it.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
So I'm going to read the definition of positivity. I don't know. When I read these definitions, it just stem things for me. It triggers stuff for me. Because I don't think sometimes we take a time out and really look at what I guess the definition is, or what Webster might say it is,
Uh-huh.
or the Oxford, dictionary. So, positivity, the practice of being or tendency to be positive or optimistic in attitude, or the presence rather than absent of a certain substance, condition, or feature. That to me, that turned the light bulb on for me, um, when I saw that, because I'm always saying I'm optimistic, but yet am I really clicking it like they're saying into my attitude? You know what I'm saying? Am I
Hmm.
really seeking it in, to be positive, So I just think that's something good to reflect on. What say you?
I would say that when we're talking about positivity, it takes practice. So when you
That's
say
good.
that, that's what it reminded me of, right?
That's
It's
good.
like someone, you may be moving towards positivity, but you may see certain types of behavior because it does take practice. And there's a lot of things that I think people should incorporate into their daily lives to continue to practice positivity, because there's a lot to it. You have to, when we're talking about positivity, it's a mindset shift, and you have to
Good. That's
continue to
good.
work on it, right? Because
Right.
when we're talking about our mind, you kind of think about that. Our
Wow.
mind tends to move towards like that negativity bias. And
Yeah.
so it's looking more at problems versus, like happiness. So we have to continue to work on that mindset shift and
That's
moving in that
good.
direction. So I think I mentioned to you when we were having lunch, affirmations. That's one of the ways
Yes.
to start turning your brain into thinking in a certain way,
Yes.
thinking positively all the time. When you get up in the morning, there should be affirmation notes somewhere that you can see, and you should say them, because what it's doing
Yes.
is changing your mind to think in that way. It's like,
That's
I'm
good.
beautiful, right? I can do this. And your mind starts to think that way because it does
Right.
have that negativity bias. So you
Yeah.
have to train your mind to think in a certain way. And it takes
Wow.
practice.
It does. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Be repetitive and stay consistent. That's good. I don't even
Yes.
know. I don't know the rule of thumb, but I know they say how many days it takes to build a habit. What is it, 30?
Mhm.
I don't even know. I just,
I
that just
remember
popped in
seeing
my
that,
head.
and I
So,
forgot it as
right.
well, right? But
I
yeah,
just,
but you're training your brain.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I That is good. That is good. That is really good. So give us more tools on how we can train our mind, or, get to that positive, level, and stay there,
Okay. So I
hopefully.
mentioned I mentioned three already. Gratitude. I didn't go really that deep into
No, that's good.
gratitude, but
Mm-hmm.
gratitude, I mentioned that. The
Yes.
other thing that I mentioned is the what were the two other ones? Um, Positive affirmations, and there was something else that I mentioned. But anyway, the next one is that I'm thinking of is surround yourself with positive people. Oh, social media was the other one. It's like to keep away from the news, anything that's negative, the news and social media. We don't want to
Right.
continue watching that when we're looking at negative information. So kind of take some time away from that. So that was the third one. So the next one would be that I'm thinking of is surround yourself with positive people. So
Yes,
you
that's
want
good.
someone who's negative around you, because remember, when we're talking about being negative, it's going to have an impact on you and the way in which you think and see things when you're constantly surrounded by negative people.
Right, right.
Yeah. So that should be another daily practice, is look at that circle, the circle of people in your life.
That's good.
Are they
That is good.
positive or negative? Because I can
Mhm.
guarantee you, if you're surrounding yourself with positive people, you're going
Mhm.
to see yourself continuing to move in that direction.
That's good. That is good. So one that I'm gonna throw out there, a tool that I use. This is for, as they say, a spiritual folks maybe, but for me,
Oh,
I'm gonna say read
yeah.
that Bible.
Yeah.
Read that Bible, y'all. Um, I don't know, it does something to your spirit, to your soul, it keeps you girded. That's what helped me, especially during my tough
No,
time.
no, that's
Um,
well, I was gonna say prayer because I believe
yes,
in
that's
God.
good.
And when we talked, I told you I pray every morning. The first thing I do
Yeah,
without fail is pray.
yeah,
I pray for about 5 minutes every single morning when I get up. I don't do anything until I pray. So that's
that is
one of the
good.
things that helps me to stay positive, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Is
that
prayer
is
because I have
good.
that connection with God and I'm always
Hmm.
thanking Him and talking to Him. So prayer
Yeah,
is very important to me.
that is good. That is good. Oh my God, that's good. Okay, so we have gratitude. We have shut the noise down, lessen the
Turn off
negativity
social
around you.
media and the
Turn off
news,
social
the
media.
negative. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. We have Lord affirmations, positive affirmations.
Yes.
I am huge on that one. And prayer, reading that Bible, y'all. And then that journaling. Oh my God. I'm
Mhm.
excited about this journal you talk about. Like, I don't know, I'm just a journal person. Like, I just have so many books, so many notebooks and journals. It's just amazing. I don't know. It just helps. It helped me, like you saying, with that mindset shift. It
Mhm.
helps me
Mhm.
um stay in my right mind. With God. Um, man, it does. And I'm huge, guys. I'm huge with this affirmation thing, and that's the little project that I'm working on. Is these affirmations is what I'm working on. You all gonna see that in the next year. Some things pop out here, but my gosh. So, with this positivity, how do you, how do I word this? How do you come back the negative thoughts that do creep up on you? Some of the negativity that happens.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the post that I put out there yesterday.
Oh,
The
yes,
three,
ma'am.
three
That's a
positivity rule.
that that is a treat.
Because we have to find a way when we have those negative thoughts creeping into our head. We have to
Mhm,
find a way to move away from those negative thoughts. So when we're
mhm.
talking about the 333 positivity rule, one of the
Yes.
things you want to do is kind of, like listen
Mhm.
to three things around you that's going to help you,
Good.
because all of this is just taking the focus off of what you're thinking that's negative. So look
Wow.
around, and listen, right? Listen to,
Wow.
like maybe you might hear some meditation music, right? But you want
Mhm.
to listen to something that's going to take your mind off of that negative thought. Then you
Right.
also want to look at three things that's going to take your mind off of that negative thought. For example, the first thing that came to my mind when we're talking about looking, we're
Mhm.
out here in Arizona, these beautiful mountain views. I mean, that takes me away
Man,
from anything negative, right? It puts a
don't
smile
it?
on my face. I absolutely love these gorgeous mountain views. So it's like, oh, okay, it's like completely gone, whatever it was that was
I
negative, that
That's
negative thought,
real.
right? And then the other
Yes.
is like to feel, like feel something around you. It's like I'm sitting on this big pillow here trying to lift myself up, and it's really
Mhm.
soft and comfortable. So it's like the 333 positivity rule, because you do want to move away from whatever that negative thought is, and you want to
Wow.
concentrate on something that's positive. And that helps
Wow.
you to, yeah, it helps you to take the focus off of the negative and something beautiful. Yeah.
Wow. So I see a
Yeah.
mini ebook with that, Dr. Deitra. I'm always trying to turn something in because I just think it's more. I don't know. I'm an avid reader. I love reading, and that's why I'm like, yo, you need to write it. You need to do an ebook on that. And if you want to elaborate, make that book. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I read. I don't know. It takes my mind away, but it's also building me because I love to read things
Yeah.
that's gonna feed me, sometimes
Mhm.
gonna help me
Yeah.
grow. In my self development, in my soul or my spiritual walk, whatever. And that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I read that post. I'm like, man, this need to be more. I'm like, ooh, this is meaty. I'm just saying. That's
Yeah.
just for me. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I saw a lot of positive feedback on that post because I posted it in some of the groups as well. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. So tell everyone how they can reach you, get your services. Oh, and talk about, wait a minute, you have a webinar, right? Coming up.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
I
Tell
have
us,
a
tell us, tell
webinar.
us.
I have a workshop that's coming up
Yes, there
tomorrow,
we
which
go.
is yeah, women empowering women, collaboration, connection, and support for success. Because I'm a big proponent of women supporting one another and women coming together to collaborate. Because we
Hmm.
should all be successful and look for others to be successful and celebrate our wins. Actually, that's one of the ways when we're talking about daily practices is
Yeah.
celebrating the wins, right? Because that keeps us in that positive, motivational mood. So yeah, so I do have that tomorrow. It is 4:30 Mountain Central Time, Arizona time.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's
but
not Tuesday. Look at me. Wait a minute. I got my dates wrong. I
oh,
gotta
I'm
go look at
sorry,
my
it
calendar.
is Tuesday.
I was
I'm
about to say, wait a
confused
minute.
about. I'm
I gotta
thinking
look at
today
my
is
calendar.
Sunday. Thank you
Oh,
for
okay. Ah,
yes, yes. I apologize. It
it's all
is
right.
Tuesday. It is Tuesday,
Tuesday.
December 17th at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I think I said Mountain Central
Yes.
Time, but Mountain
Yes,
Standard
Mountain
Time,
Standard Time.
Arizona
Mhm.
time. Um, yeah, so the registration link is www.fabulousctp.com/workshop. So that
Slash
is
workshop.
the,
Okay.
yeah, so that's the registration link. Yeah.
Wow, guys, get in there. Get in there. Um, it's needed. I don't know. I just it's needed. It's needed for
It's a
growth,
fun, it's
you
a
know?
fun, it's a fun learning and networking workshop. So it's small and intimate, so we can get to know the ladies there who are like-minded. We're going to
Hmm.
talk about how we can support one another. Look for ladies that may be someone that you can collaborate with. So I did it the first time on November 12th, and people enjoyed it, so I decided to do it again. So it's just bringing like-minded women together so we can find ways to support one another.
Right. Wow. So guys, it's virtual. Let's get in there. Um, I'm gonna tune in for like an hour because I have an event I have to be at um, right after that, which I hate, but it's just something I got to do. But I'm gonna be in the building because yeah, I need these gems. I need these gems. So can you repeat the website again? How they could register for that and to check out you and your services?
Okay, so it's actually my website and slash workshop. So www.fabulousctp.com/workshop.
Got it. Got it. All righty. Any last words, Dr. Deitra? And thank you for being here. There
I
we go.
absolutely enjoyed this. I love talking about positivity with other like minded people because, as I said, the more you talk about it, the more you're surrounded by positive people, you become much more positive. And that's what we want.
Very good. So again, as I said, all my guests, I thank you for giving me of your time because our time is precious and we don't get it back. And this uplifted me. This really helped me gain some tools, you know, because it's needed. Like I said, it's needed. We have what 2 weeks left in this month till 2025, so we start this new year, and I want us to all bring it in positive. I want us to all be ready and roaring for 2025. Yeah, a minute. So we got 17 days left in this week, 17, 16, something like that, in the month of December. And
Yeah.
let's be more intentional, more positive. Like you saying, the gratitude, you know, turning out the noise, the negativity, and knowing your circle, you know,
Yeah.
looking at your circle. Um, I'm serious. Some doors might be closed, you know.
No,
May it
it's,
be, you know, may it be you or
that's
they
what
left
you have to
themselves.
do.
you
No, that's
know?
what you have to do. Even if it's family, it's
Totally.
like you want to
Wow.
surround yourself with positive people. I mean, just because it's a family member, it doesn't mean that you have to continually to be surrounded by someone who's negative, because
Yeah.
people do have family
Mm.
members who are negative.
Yeah.
Um, I know. So it's like sometimes you just have to say, this is not working out for you,
Mm, that's
and move
good.
forward. And I remember a pastor saying that, right?
Wow.
So it's about your circle being positive if that's the
Yeah.
direction in which you're moving. If you want to live that positive life, if you want to move in that positive direction, you have to surround yourself with positive people. And like it's
Yes.
because it takes practice when we're talking about positivity. It's not going to come overnight. It's something you have to work on.
Yes. It is. Wow. It is. That's good. That's really good. That's good. And that's good. It takes me back to my pastor today. I hate to say it, but he just kept talking about being real, REAL. And that's part of it. That's part of being real with yourself, being honest, you know.
Hmm.
And you might have to make change, it might hurt some feelings or it might even hurt your feelings, but it has to be done, so we can
Yeah,
walk that walk and know what our purpose is in God and, fulfill it here on this earth, to the best of our abilities. Man,
yeah.
this was good. This was really good. And we're going to talk again and I'm going to have you back on. Because I'm waiting for this journal you got, and you have just so many grand things
Oh,
happening. 2025 is going to be exciting.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to
We,
be
we
really
we have
exciting.
to we have to claim it and be positive about it and continue to move in that direction. Yeah, because
Yes.
I think we talked about it. I did an ebook back in 2007 on
Yes.
living happy. So I'm kind of looking at that and adding to it. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping to make that into an actual book versus an ebook. Yeah, it's all about positivity with me. And it's
I'm
like, I'm not
telling you.
perfect. I'm not always positive, but like I said, it takes practice. It's like I'm a work in progress.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, so welcome, Gigi. This is Dr. Janasa Sharp commenting. She says, "Thank you, Resilience with Dawn Olivia, for the platform. Powerful message. My sister, Deitra Payne, bless you all. Bless you too, girl."
Yeah, bless you as well. Thank
um,
you. I appreciate that
we
comment.
go. Well, you're gonna meet her, Dr. Deidre Payne. You all gonna get together. That is the facilitator for Sister with Styles, who I introduced you to. Talks about because we're gonna collaborate. It's all gonna happen. 2025. They got some good things in store. I think
Hmm.
that would be one good platform for you because, like you're saying, we have to weed them right. Weed them good and make sure we are like minded. Um,
Hmm.
and I
Yeah,
totally agree on that.
yeah,
But I'm excited and thank you for sharing your world to me. Thank you for sharing your story with me, especially about your loss, your
yeah.
family, your loved
Hmm.
ones. I'm deep on that thing, um, really deep on that thing when we lose loved ones. And just
It's
like
difficult. Yeah, it's difficult.
exactly, and I just like people, to heal, to grasp it, because the grief process is real, you know, and go through it, and you don't never know how long it's gonna be, but to God be the glory. He keeps us, He comforts us. Um, but that's vulnerable of you, and I just thank you. Thank you for sharing your story, opening up your world to me and my listeners out here, my resilience family. I love you guys. I wouldn't be here if you weren't tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much, all over the world, all over the country. It's amazing. That they're listening and that this is helping. Even I always say, if it touched one heart, I'm grateful. That we help that one to start their positivity, path, to start their healing journey. Um, so thank you again.
I
Blessings
thank
to
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and blessings to you as well. I appreciate you.
Yes, yes. So my resilience family, y'all, I love you. I love you so much. I hope you all have a blessed, a productive week. And always, always, as I say, stay safe, stay well, stay well. And my guys, stay resilient, okay? Because you got this. you can bounce back. You really can. God is good, y'all. God is really
Hmm.
good. Love you
Yes.
guys. Love you guys so much.